I'm Casey Hall-Landers. I started martial arts when I was 6 years old through a YMCA camp. I loved the competition and just like the excitement of learning new things. I was invited to join the demonstration team 2 years after I started.
Sensei Will Jackson, head coach and founder of Team Freestyle Martial Arts and Performance Team. The demo team basically is a compilation of young athletes that have goals to compete regionally, nationally, internationally for championships in the sport of XMA, Extreme Martial Arts, which is a hybrid system of martial arts integrating gymnastics, tumbling, tricking, taekwondo, kicking, punching, striking, and weaponry. I invited Casey to be on the demo team shortly after it started. Maybe a year or two later. Just a unique balance of athleticism and intensity and flexibility. So from a strictly athleticism standpoint or a physical trait standpoint, all the measurables seem to be there. From an intangible standpoint, she possessed intensity, effort, work ethic, and tenacity. As it relates to pushing through challenges associated with being a martial arts practitioner. Certain things were easy and certain things, she struggled with. Things that where she could rely on, speed or power, she tended to do well, and it tended to, come very natural. Sort of things that required, more body awareness or coordination and things like that, she tended to struggle a little bit more.
I was terrible when I first started the demo team. I was probably like the worst one. I was in the back. I was the shortest person and I was in the back corner. But I kept with it. I trained really hard. I went to extra practices so I could improve my flips and my tricks.
Hi, my name is Darren Kikuchi, and I'm the president and founder of Freestyle Martial Arts. With Casey, her skills and aptitude she had a lot of athleticism, and that's the reason why Sensei Jackson picked Casey Hall-Landers as one of the original members of the performance team, is because you had certain fast twitch muscles and dynamics physically, and you had a lot of future potential.
I love the sense of community and being able to do something you love with a group of people, and I also love the skill level involved because it's extremely hard to be synchronized with everybody and have everybody on the same level and just have that relationship with everybody on your team so that you can make a good performance. Started to be in the front and give cues and lead the team a little bit more and sort of take on that leadership position.
I think number one, you have to have a passion for martial arts. You have to enjoy what you're doing. You have to be addicted to growth. You have to be fall in love with training, working out, sweating, and certainly understand the challenges that are associated with being a professional athlete. I think you have to be competitive. You have to want to win. You have to want to improve. You have to want to get better. There's a certain element of intelligence associated with it. You have to be able to, figure things out. As our members have the autonomy to do a lot of things on their own. You got to be able to learn things on their own and figure things out. You have to be resilient. Things get challenging. You fall. You hurt yourself. Resilience is definitely critical to being an elite athlete, especially on our team.
Martial arts has given Casey many skill sets, but one would be, the most important one that I would say would be self-discipline. And she'll be able to continue that throughout her entire life. I remember Casey at the first American Open in San Diego, and she was a purple belt competing in Paul Gate 4. And we worked with her pretty extensively on cleaning up her technique. And I believe on that tournament, you took her first place. And with that, she showed great determination and fortitude to rise to the occasion and challenges of competition. And at that moment, I knew she was going to be a Forms champion.
Beginning of our competitive career, we competed locally, and then once we started being introduced to nationally ranked teams and started competing in the circuit, NASCA, we didn't do very well at first. Kind of hung in there, got a couple of firsts, and then we took second place to the top ranking team in the world, Team Infinity, and that sort of took off our national career. And after that, we kind of became more motivated to be more competitive on the national level. So we went to a couple more tournaments around the country and found ourselves at the US Open, which is the ISKA World Championship.
You know, Casey, she's an independent thinker. And I think that helps her stay focused on her goals, in spite of, injuries, or in spite of pain, or in spite of, having a lot on her plate. She's able to persevere in spite of, having a lot going on, and she's able to, balance out, and find the time to still do the things necessary to be competitive and to win.
I will leave most when Casey leaves for college is her dynamic personality and always seeing a big smile and her big 2 thumbs up.
I have had a lot of minor injuries as well as major injuries. For my major injuries, I have gotten a compression fracture in my knee, and I have broken my arm into 3 pieces. While my arm was broken, I did continue coaching and teaching private lessons and help coach the team.
I don't know if you guys know what this is. This is my son, Casey. Where are you at?
There really aren't any achievements that surprised me. I think a better way to describe it is I'm more surprised if Casey doesn't achieve.